Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon by talking about the movies, obviously, theme parks, merchandising, whatever the case may be. So, for today's feature, I'm going to be reviewing the film titled Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Yep, the animated movie kind of a thing going on here, I guess you can say. And yeah, it's a comedy movie type of thing going on here. It's like a live action animation adventure kind of a thing. So yeah, it splices up some live action stuff, and it stars Chip and Dale, obviously. So it's a co-production between Walt Disney Studios and the producers David and Todd, of course, films. So and also the Looney Island as well. So, yeah, got some extra assistance to produce this kind of a thing, folks. And yeah, for this film, it premiered on Disney Plus as an original film, and it did receive generally positive reviews from critics. And I just got to watching it not that long ago. And yes, I did watch this on Disney Plus, of course, just so you know. So I just thought, well, I guess I'll just talk about this. Might as well, because that's the whole point of this channel in a lot of ways is to talk about movies and whatnot, I guess you can say. So there's that. But yeah, it's like an animal themed kind of a thing here. And I don't review animal themed movies all that often when I think about it. But yeah, for what I can gather, it's like a movie within a TV show because it's kind of aware of that the TV show is a TV show, so it's continuing from there. But what I'm kind of confused about is well, okay, what about the animated shorts? Is that still connected or supposed to be like a separate thing? And is this still canon, or was it ever canon? That's definitely something I'm wondering here. Yeah, they definitely made a bunch of these shorts ages ago, and they continue to make more and more and more as time went. Oh yeah, there's plenty, and I do mean plenty of these that were created, of course, with Walt Disney and studios and whatnot for people to enjoy, of course. But yeah, anyway, yeah, of course these characters were popular enough that people would want to see more of them, especially in a lot of these shorts, as I was saying. And okay, I can see why. They're definitely charming in their own individual way. So I guess that should count for something. I guess. So that's yeah. I don't mind these characters really, like at all. And they also made some random cameos here and there in different TV shows. So um, what about that? Is that connected as well or not? Oh yeah, and speaking of shows, and made like another show as well, which I have not seen by the way, but I am aware of it. There's this one, and from what I remember, also this one as well. So yeah, again, just going back to what I was wondering a moment ago, is this supposed to be all connected to what? I don't know. I'm confused here. Anyway, so okay. Anyway, as usual, folks, I have to talk about the plot. So let's just dive right into it, shall we? So here we go. In this world, that's been populated by humans and cartoon characters, Chip and Dale met in this like elementary school type setting, where, of course, they become best friends. Obviously, they later would relocate to Hollywood, and from this point onward, we get to see that after being casted as extras in cartoon, like in as cartoon type commercials kind of thing and shows, Then from that point on, they would go on to the star in this successful animated series Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers in the early 1990s. And so when Dell gets his own show, Double O Dell, the two have, let's say, a falling out, leaving both shows canceled. Oh boy, that has to be rough. 30 years later, Chip is this successful but um, this kind of individual, I guess you can say, this insurance salesman, while Dell spends most of his time on the fan conference kind of a thing that they have shown in here, folks. So there's plenty of Easter eggs, so to speak. Lots of references, if you want to call it that. Anyway, as I was saying, the two characters are, of course, contacted by their old co-star, of course, who pretty much owes money to someone due to let's say, his sticky cheese addiction, I guess. So, anyway, like I was saying, he, this character, he does warn the pair of this trafficking operation where tunes are being kidnapped and have their appearances altered, so to speak, and shipped overseas to produce bootlegs of their works for rest of their lives. So yes, things become rather let's just say pretty wild from this point onward because yeah, they seem to be on a new mission, I guess you can say. So yeah. And yes, they actually made a CGI and hand drawn animation combo as well, which by the way does make a character from the movie does make a comment regards of that. So it's kind of like breaking the fourth wall, kind of a joke they made here. Yeah, when it comes to the humor here, folks, yeah, for the most part, it does land. It has its moments. Actually, made me chuckle here and there, so that's something to count for, I guess. While I was never really a fan of the show, like at all, if I'm gonna be honest here, folks, not exactly. But the thing is that for what it's worth, it's not terrible. I did enjoy the film for what it is, so yeah, I did have a pretty good time while watching this. The soundtrack for this was actually decent, I suppose. I know I don't always talk about the soundtrack for movies, but the soundtrack it was actually not too shabby, I guess. And while I won't say it's anything revolutionary when it comes to music, but it does help to give you a certain type of I guess idea what this movie is about. I mean, it goes along with the movie. None of the songs, nothing felt out of place or anything. So the music as a whole does fit very well in what they were trying to do. So again, I'll give credit when credit is due. So that's a good thing there. Yep. And besides, it's on my to-do list anyway. I know technically it's a notebook, but I'm calling it a to-do list because I have so much stuff to review. Oi. But I can say that the voice acting is actually pretty good, I would say. I like the voice acting. It's well animated in the hand drawn stuff and the CGI, so and I can say that's a good thing. As for the overall story, while the overall plot doesn't really break any new grounds really, but the plot does serve its purpose and it's well constructed. I'll give it that. Anyway, I'll give this an overall rating of a 7.2 out of 10. It gets a 7.2 out of 10 for me. And of course, as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later.